Hello. Anyway, did you catch the video I did last Saturday or was it Sunday? Well, certainly last weekend. What I said then was on the Saturday, I had met so many people who said they wanted somebody to do some craft sessions at their establishment. I mean, there was a lady from the wanted something at her sheltered accommodation community room. There was somebody who wanted some things at the day centres that they managed. There was somebody who was looking at things for the that was add variety to the charity that she was involved with. And I'm thinking, what? That's me. I can't do that by myself. I need to multiply myself. So I went back to the old ideas that I had, sort of August, September time, when I was trying to get some funding, which talk about uh, developing craft group leaders for then. It was all part of doing something that they called uh, healthy aging. I think they called it. And I'm thinking, well, that just fits the bill as much as anything on there. That's the slice of the possible people. But yes, me and funding applications don't go together very well. It's not my forte, and I never even got uh, I never even got into the first round. I mean, the feedback was somewhat unhappy. Let's put it like that. So I say it's not my strength and it's not something I'm particularly good at, but I had a go and I learned from the experience, as with most things. You try, have a go, get some feedback, and then decide if you're the right person to do it again. Um, if I did that again, I'd get somebody else to help me. Somebody that's who thinks in a slightly different way on there. But I digress. What I've been doing since the weekend is I went back to what I did at that time. You see, the way that I taught RE was that I read around the subject myself, and as I was reading around the subject and thinking about things there, I would write up, I would prepare a reader there so that the best bits of what I'd read I would share with the learners, so that they would have a they would literally have a reading book that was based on the distillation of the things I'd read around the topic, and it could just help them, help me because I was putting it together, so I would know the subject better, but help them so that they would have the distillation of the subject. And that was the way that I worked, and and it helped, helpful all round. So I'm thinking, well, how do I do that from a course perspective and now teaching online? Well, the obvious thing for me was to set up a text-based course so that I could have set that up more as a textbook. And then then you would do some Zoom calls in addition to that. And they would have the learners would have uh, the text-based course. I would be able to refer back to the text to remind me what the topic, remind me of the topics and what we were doing, and it would all. And because I'd written it all out beforehand, it would all be struck. It would all be structured and uh, done proper. Done in a thoughtful manner. Well, I was on getting that, been on getting that done, and I'd sort of got a large part of that done, large part of that reader done. I'd probably got about the first, I don't know, 10, 12,000 words of it done on there. So it's sort of not, not, that's not too bad, given that most of it's uh, from my own thoughts and my own memory, not a lot of prompting from things that I've read and listened to, etc. But then I was looking for something. I was trying to remember the name of the people that I'd had a job with, that were based in Hexham. I mean, this was years ago, and I'm trying to remember. I couldn't even remember the company's name. Remember what they were doing, but could I remember what the company's name was? I'm thinking, oh dear, what am I going to do this? So I had to look back in my own files to see what I could find. Well, I go back to my own files, and I'm not quite sure how I managed to get a copy because I've never been to the college in South Shields. But I ended up with, I found a copy of the notes from a level 3 teaching course, what they used to call this, the Sitting Girls 730 course, which must go. And when I looked at the notes, I thought, scanned through it, I thought, yes, there's some good ideas in here. And then I looked at it, and it said things like, with the advent of new technology, like being able to record TV programs and play them back. I'm thinking, pardon? Video is new technology. I know this book goes back a little way, and it's got some good ideas that have obviously passed the test of time, and will spark some more thoughts, some more ideas on how to improve that that written textbook type part of the course. I'm thinking, really? Oh, and by the way, it came from, the heading said that it came from South Shields Marine and Technology College. Right. Well, it makes sense having South Shields having a marine college because, of course, it's support on the River Tyne. I think it will be on the River Tyne, won't it? The South Shields. Yeah. I know it is people that I know that have lived there have been merchant. I knew somebody that was part of the Merchant Navy who lived at South Shields, so it makes sense to have a marine college there. But not sure where it came from. I just found it on my shelves and thought, oh Lord, here's a whole new set of ideas on there. So I might be on doing that a day or two longer than I thought I was. But if you're thinking about the idea of developing a craft group with a purpose, now I don't just mean sort of gathering a group. I don't mean just gathering a group of friends together and sharing craft skills. I mean something that's a bit more extensive than that. Sort of the craft group that's aimed at bringing people together, so that in a sheltered accommodation, it's sort of helping to build the friendships within that building, within that building there. So the crafts is the vehicle, but there's another purpose with it. Or if you are looking at something like the lady that managed those day centres was, who was looking for things that would occupy people and develop their social skills and provide them with something something positive to do that would actually produce good results. And she was looking at the results of what the craft would do. Or as somebody who also asked me to help them a while back said, well, I work for a charity that deals with people with mental health issues, and we know that having a craft group would help people who've got mental health issues and there. And could you, could you do the help with that, or do you know somebody who would help with that? And I'm thinking, quite frankly, folks, if that's just what I'm hearing, there's a lot of need out there, and enough need for me to start thinking about multiplying myself, which is why the idea of setting up that course was all about. So if you're thinking that it would be a good idea to do something like that, to sort of step up and be a craft group leader with a purpose. I mean, yes, crafts with a purpose. I think I'd call it, rather than crafts for craft's sake. And if that's something you're interested in, make sure that you sign up for the workshop that I'm going to be putting on shortly. I think you will, from memory, it is everyonecancraft.club/registration. If it's not, I'll check it and I'll put it in the comments. And if that's something that interests you, sign up for that, and I'll do it, and I'll do it because I set that up a few weeks ago, thinking I'd do a taster course. Well, I did the taster course, and I didn't do very well attracting people to come to join the group and listen to the taster course. Yes, so what I'm doing now is I've gone forwards a bit, looked at the course at the end, and the plan is, wait for it, to get people to sign up for the Facebook group at Everyone Can Craft community, or join the slash that right. Right, rewind. Get people to sign up for the Everyone Can Craft community on Facebook. That's a Facebook group. So that's facebook.com/groups Everyone Can Craft community. Get people to sign up for that. Run a free taster course in that group. Anyone who's then likes that idea and thinks that would be a good way forwards would then be able to sign up for a workshop that would take them through an initial review of their ideas and what they could do. So you do a workshop to do, like I say, an initial review. Then after you did the initial review, you would have the option to sign up, to enroll on the actual the course of running a successful craft group. On there would be a few other things thrown in, like possibly a bonus. There'd be a bonus thrown in, like finding a good name for your craft group, and and how to market it, and a few good bonuses thrown in for good measure on there. So if that's something that interests you, and there, I mean, it is, and remember, it is this is a social enterprise. So it will be, there's a free taster course followed by a paid workshop to do an initial review, followed by a paid course that's based on how to run a successful craft group on there. So if any of that interests you on there, you are more than welcome. In fact, I would expect you to, I even demand you to sign up for the free workshop at everyonecancraft.club/registration, and that will take you through to the email list for the free workshop. And I will see you on that list. It should be an interesting few weeks as we work our way through all of that. Anyway, thanks for now. Bye.